End team ban.
Hello. Good evening. Welcome back. We're going to see ourselves a second game of Power Rangers versus Empire. And I have some more information about the standings that I didn't say earlier because now I only now I know. And of course, I'll be joined again by Vickermont. Welcome back.
5 seconds.
Good to be back, Shiver. We had an interesting game one. Empire did end up pretty convincingly winning. I feel like Power Rangers struggled to put their game plan into play. Maybe there was some missynchrony between having a stand-in the place of where ZXC usually is and ZXC in place of the carry. ZXC very much played that Faceless Void as if it was like mid-void.
Yeah. No farm needed, just go kill.
No farm, yeah. Which is okay sometimes if you get that Mask of Madness really quickly and you always find pickoffs, but unfortunately Empire's counter global strat with the Clockwork and the Ancient Apparition got them caught out yet again and again. Even with thousands of Sentry Wards to try to prevent Moonlight Shadow, still lost.
They still lost indeed. And one thing that I wanted to still say is, or that I wanted to say because I only just found out, is that the top 4 of the 10 teams that are in the group stages, the top 4 go to finals. For now, though, Power Rangers is actually sitting at a shared 5th place together with Sigma, and if they still want to make it there, they have to start winning some games because they are considered one of the if I would rank them, I would not put them in the top 4 because we have Cloud9 and Fnatic and Sigma and Rox and Empire, so you know they are below those at the moment. But I think they have a shot, but they have to maybe they have to play with 5 people of their own team. That will definitely make a difference. But
even somebody as good as Scandal, it's just not like it's not going to be as good as having your usual player there. Like Power Rangers aren't so bad that they like need a stand-in to like lift them. Like we're not talking about like next league where like having Dendy let them actually take a game. Like Power Rangers can definitely take games with Moon in the standard spot.
The burn.
No, they're just a newer team. Like they've played with each other less, and like it matters less to have all the. I'm pretty sure most teams would get better. Like my team matchmaking, my ranked matchmaking stacks would probably get better if Dendy was in them.
Well, no, because you would play in his matchmaking ranking thing.
He can carry me. It's fine.
Okay.
He can definitely carry me.
Well, they go for something completely different this time anyway. Power Rangers does, that is, because we have got a combination with Shadow Demon and Mirana, which is interesting because Bane was still available, but they opted to go for the Shadow Demon over the Bane, which in retrospect, I can agree on, because later on in the game, it's going to be amazing to have copies of that Luna that Empire picked up.
Yeah.
If he is
and actually, we saw that in a game pretty recently where a team that was losing was still able to hold off the winning team for a long time just by getting Luna stacks and using them to defend high ground. Because, they inherit the Moonglaive property, and so they have that cleaving attack. It's a solid lineup. I mean, Empire, of course, first locking that Luna. I really like the hero. It's very strong. It's exactly the type of hero that Silent likes to play. Able to be aggressive early, still having a lot of carry potential later on.
Yeah, and on top of that, they ban out the same hero that we saw earlier as well, Invoker. Ancient Apparition this time as well. They played it, of course, themselves this game, but I'm not wanting to do it this game. And we are into the second banning phase. I find that it's so different from previous draft, to be honest, already.
Spending a lot less time.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet this time that did get removed because regardless of Power Rangers losing or not, Cheshire Cat, his Nature's Prophet was legit. And you don't want him to give him that one again. So I agree with that ban for sure. Curious to see what he's going to play next. I hope Bounty Hunter.
I think the bans from Empire were actually, all 3 of them are quite excellent. Power Rangers is the other team that will pick Ancient Apparition in the first phase, and Empire knew that they did not want to take Ancient Apparition for their first pick because they had first pick in this draft. So if they didn't take it, then Power Rangers would take AA plus something else with their first 2 picks, and to avoid that, Empire opted to ban that, and then adding the bans of the Clockwork and the Nature's Prophet to target Cheshire Cat. The Nyx Assassin pick, this is more just about killing Shadow Demon in the first 3 seconds of every fight, and they'll be able to do it. Nyx kills SD very, very fast.
This is true. Free food if he gets his initiation properly.
Yes, free food, or as the character would say it, Neeks.
Nix. Bet Rider banned out. Interesting ban. Might be having something to do with the mid that we're going to see picked up.
Yep. Also, Resolution is probably the best / most frequent Batrider player still around. Like he a lot of players, people play Batrider way less often now, but Resolution still picks it up relatively frequently.
Yeah, and I actually, I really like this combination. The Shadow Demon Dazzle, of course, you create illusions, get some heals off. The Nukage, we've seen that a couple of days ago.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They have to get early aggression going with this, though, and that could be trouble. And they, like we've seen teams do that before, it's fine. But they reveal it with the first 3 picks already, which makes it for Team Empire very easy to counter that already. And you mentioned it, Luna is a core hero that can be active fairly early on as well. Nyx Assassin, same story. Yes. Not a core hero, but definitely a support that can, his Impale alone, mini Ravages, can be awesome. So, Power Rangers, I feel like they might have just given away a bit too much about their lineup.
We know the supports, yeah. I don't know. I think it's... I agree they've given up... Okay, yeah, Storm Spirit's what comes out. So, Empire just going for very, very solid. Everybody gets the heroes that they like to play. Mag, the Nyx Assassin, is probably his second most played hero these days behind the Clockwork. Storm Spirit for Resolution, one of his best heroes. And the Luna, of course, Silent, one of his better heroes as well. So, a very, very, very good lineup for Team Empire. PR go with the Puck for the Silence, so to try to force Storm into an eventual BKB. Maybe counter gank Nyx Assassin if they have good vision, which we know they like to play Sentry Wards after that first game.
Yeah. Maybe getting Orchid up on Storm would be nice as well. As fast as possible, as you normally would against the Queen of Pain. I like the Puck pickup, I like it a lot. I do feel that he has a lot of pressure on him, because if he has a bad early game, if he doesn't get his Blink Dagger in decent time, both Luna and Nyx, yeah, he can dodge some spells, great, phase shift, but he is gonna be outrun very fast in a lineup like this if he doesn't get his feet off the ground and flies like a true fairy dragon should.
Feet? Are they feet that Puck has?
Yeah, I think he has like little feet, doesn't he?
Does he? They're probably not called feet, they're called something else.
Well, like a bird has. Like when a bird has feet, he just he folds them back, and I think that's what that Puck does too.
Yeah, they have talons. I don't know. I think there's one guy in your chat that frequently has the good terms for like the bio. Remember the discussion about pedipalps?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have weird discussions sometimes. Slurfs.
We do, but I like to think it's part of the charm. So the last ban here, Slardar targeting this this is very much a pseudo Rock's Kissy draft from Power Rangers, and Empire are just preventing them from going full Rock's Kiss by taking the Slardar.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I would have expected that. Like, I was not expecting the Slardar. But how would you lane it?
Roche. Oh,
Puck off lane, Marana mid?
solo safe. Yeah, or you could just do aggressive try with the Slardar. Shadow Demon is very good setup for Slardar's stun, actually. So, Disrupt, Slardar walks up, stuns, and Dazzle heals the entire stack of illusions plus the Slardar. That person's dead.
True. Yeah, maybe Gyrocopter. If you're talking about pairs up nicely with the Shadow Demon, anything that does something better if you can get close to it, like Rocket Barrage, is good. Especially if you get 2 illusions, obviously, and maybe you can block people in with the Gyrocopter, the Dazzle, and the Shadow Demon all standing around there.
That's potentially possible.
You get the Rocket Barrage and the heals and a Nukage coming.
Yeah. Even like Marana mid Puck solo safe is fine too. It just depends on the matchups. Like Marana is not that bad against Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit's got moderate attack damage, like not insanely high, not low. Marana's got very, very low attack damage, but she has the range that she doesn't need to worry about anything like Static Remnant.
True.
So you would just pool Marana somewhat heavily to make sure that she starts with a Wraith Band, and it's an okay matchup.
It actually looks like Power Rangers was intending to go for Slardar, because they're taking a long time to think about this last pick of theirs.
Yeah, no, it was definitely Slardar, I think.
Yeah. So, interesting to see what they will go for next. If they want to go for some more minus armor and have an offlane hero, then Bristleback is available. I wasn't really expecting that. Talking about offlaners, by the way, Timbersaw is still in as well.
10 seconds remaining.
What is the Doom instead?
Doom. Reigns. Doom.
It's nice against Storm,
so now it's more likely to be a Marana, aggressive try, Doom, and the solo safe.
Yeah.
It's perfectly fine. Because, of course, the other thing that Disruption sets up is Arrow.
Yes. And one thing that I'm going to be messing up the entire game already preemptively, here is by my apologies, I'm going to call Disruptor, and I'm going to call Shadow Demon the Disruptor as well.
Yeah.
Because Shadow Demon disrupts and it's like confusing. My brain
Yeah.
doesn't work that out properly.
You did that like 20 times the other day.
Yes, thanks for pointing that out.
Sorry.
I continue doing
I
it
totally
even without
understand. It makes
Disruptor in the
sense.
game.
They should trade. Shadow Demon should get Thunder Strike so he can be a completely useless hero. So the Doom's a solid pick if you can't get Slardar. I mean, the fact is that now the Storm Spirit is pressured to go Lincoln's and BKB, which is... He obviously will not go both of those items, but just the fact that he's going to be feeling that pinch means that you can sort of try to manage this hero a little bit more than Resolution. Like, sometimes Resolution will just run completely wild on the Storm Spirit, and they're definitely trying to prevent that.
Yeah, Empire's taking a long time to think about their last pick too. I mean, they need an offlaner, but perhaps if they are expecting an aggressive tri-lane and they don't want to expose Luna to that one, they could just run the tri-lane themselves aggressively against the Doom and put something up against a tri-lane of Power Rangers.
Yeah. The one thing I do worry about for Power Rangers is they've have all these Storm counter picks in the form of the Puck, the Doom. But I wonder about...
Whoa. Oh no, Nick's offline. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, Nyx was always going to be Mag probably on the offlane, so that makes sense. The one thing I worry about is do Power Rangers really have a lineup that can deal with Luna, especially later on?
Later on, no, like, they have a lot of pressure early. They need to do well early.
Doom, if you let's say Resolution went Lincoln's, so you don't quite want to doom him, and you think that you can shut him down with Puck silences, Luna's going to rush BKB no matter what. Like, that's guaranteed, and it's going to come pretty early, I think. So when Luna's BKB, yeah, you can doom her, but it doesn't stop like either of her passives. So a lot of the time, Silent might just be able to stand and deliver, and even if he dies, clear out like 3 or 4 players on Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's going to be really coming down to the early game. As by the way, this Storm Spirit has a pretty nice set. I was almost going to say a ballsy set, and then I thought, no, that would be too lame. Although he has also blue boxes in there, which I don't know what they're doing there. What is that?
That's weird. Placeholder stuff, I guess. Yeah, it's the three virtues set for him.
Yeah, but why does the pauldrons called
I
commons?
don't know. Wait, what?
Like, the pauldrons are called commons, and the rest is rare and mythicals.
They always, whenever they make a set, they always make these days, they always make the different pieces different rarity. Because when the set's added to the drop tables later on, they don't want all the items dropping at the same rarity.
Fair enough, but make it a
I like how we always have cosmetic discussion now. We have, like, cosmetics corner at the beginning of every game. It's good.
It's good. Well, there's nice cosmetics. Apart from
there
the
are.
Bramble
You should buy
War.
them on the Dota 2 store, gamers.
Yes. Support those workshop
Yeah.
artists.
Yeah.
But let's take a look at who's playing what. I like
Yes.
ZXC on the Mirana a lot more than I like him on the Faceless Void, purely because he probably will be still the one to take the majority of the farm, the number one role. But this hero is a lot more effective if you are indeed active on him early on. So Mirana will be played by ZXC. FNG will play the Dazzle here on the bottom lane, and they'll of course also be assisted by J4 on a Shadow Demon. In the middle lane it is the stand-in. Scandal will be on the Puck, has got a Tango pulled, went for no Talisman first, will be up against that Storm. Not an easy matchup for Puck, but doable. Cheshire Cat will be on the Doom, and he will be on the safe lane solo.
Yes. No big surprise, I think, from those lanes. For Empire, they will have Resolution playing the mid lane as the Storm Spirit. He's been pulled as well, of course.
Ooh,
no
he
big
got one
surprise
extra
at all.
Tango, though.
Yeah. So what?
He got one extra Tango.
Yeah, he's got
pulled
2
compared to
tangos.
Scandal.
Scandal is 1 tango, yeah. I don't think that makes a huge difference, but it's something. The rest of their players are going to be Always Wanna Fly and Vanscore will be supporting on the Disruptor and Rubik, respectively. That's a pretty weak tri-lane, so you got to keep an eye on that. And then the tri-lane carry will, of course, be Silent on the Luna. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Always
He
Wanna
just
Fly.
comes right out of the trees there. But a pretty late Poison Touch. They can still land the Disruption, I think.
Yeah, but the
I wonder
poison
if he
touch
just dies.
damage. Is there a heal? The glimpse back is there. At least the block is still
The
there.
block is preserved.
Block is preserved. I thought like maybe
They had
the
the
glimpse.
block even with just the illusions.
Yeah. FNG gets the first blood gold. That's a pretty strong pickup. Good start for them in the jungle. And I mean, they do know that the cat matchup here. Well, I guess we can't really call it a cat anymore.
This is the cat fight.
Yeah, but last hit wise, Mirana ain't got nothing on Luna. Luna should be getting the majority of last hits as long as there's no
Well,
supports around.
If the supports can even reach the lane, right?
Yes.
That's my worry,
Well-
is that Disruptor Rubik is an incredibly weak support pair for laning.
Yes. Oh, they know where she is. Are they going to actually try to go for this? There is an arrow. They don't want to miss it, of course. Yeah, they find him. They're going to dive this. In comes the soul catcher. The block is not quite there. The disruption is, though, and the arrow will follow up on that one. Silent will be hit by that one, but always want to fly coming in as well. And Mag with the impale up on both supports.
Oh,
and
no.
it is J4 that will get picked up right here. The disruptor gets a kill. Luna still goes down with Shadow Demon getting the credit. But FNG now stuck inside of the kinetic
He's
field
fine.
as well. Still
think-
gets
oh,
glimpsed
never mind.
back. Has still got a couple of tangos. Tries to eat his way through. Can he actually get this? Lands a poison before he dies so that Marana can pick himself maybe up another kill. Yes, he will be able to pick that one up. Still has a leap. No, 8 seconds. And in comes Van score again, actually. The disruption will be there because J4
What a
is back
game.
again as well. And Mag chasing forward has not got another impale for another 15 mana. ZXC will be just fine for that one. But that turns out to be a 2-on-2 exchange. Most important thing to note, Luna died, Marana did not die, and Luna actually went top to farm.
Yes, yes. So I was going to point that out. They moved Nyx Assassin. Not only did they rotate Nyx Assassin over, they weren't willing to just completely concede the lane there by moving the Nyx Assassin and moving the Luna back. So they've put the Luna now against the Doom because, yeah, honestly, like it wasn't going to get any better. Like, yes, Power Rangers dove very hard and ended up losing a couple, but ZXC was the one who got... He was still there for the kill, so it was overall a good trade for Power Rangers, and this bottom lane for Empire hasn't really worked so far, and that's why they're trying to make a change with these rotations. Yeah, now Vance always want to fly is top as well against Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't be surprised to see Power Rangers change them in the matchup as well, because Cheshire Cat's not going to be able to farm very easily here on top lane. Not with those two around.
It might be okay, like, even so. It's more about keeping the Luna down, which would have been extremely easy for them if she had stayed bottom, so that's why Empire sort of made this emergency rotation top. Let's note, by the way, that Power Rangers... I want to talk about this Sentry Ward here. This is because Rubicon Disruptor, as we mentioned... Oh, actually, Cheshire Cat's in trouble top, so never mind.
Yeah, kinetic field. Still was a Thunder Strike on him. Tries to do what he can, but... Oh, maybe... Actually, no. Never mind. That Lucent Beam would be the undoing. But I thought, like, perhaps the Scorched Earth was giving him enough regen to live through the right-click harass. It's not over yet, though, because FNG and J4 coming forward. The disruption is there. There will be a heal as well. Positioning is there, and a kill has been made. A trade... I would say actually favors Power Rangers.
It does, it does. I do think Empire almost... right with that Rubik pick, I feel that they made it that they don't have good side lanes. Like, they don't have side lanes that work. And you can just see Power Rangers punishing that time and time again. Like, Empire's lanes, just these two side lanes, like, there's no people you can put in these lanes to make them both work at the same time. So that's a problem. Power Rangers knew that the way that Empire were going to manage that was to use the Rubik pull trick. So that's why this is here. He was going to pull these creeps up, and then him and Shadow Demon would pick up 2 levels from just sending those creeps to every single jungle camp. So Power Rangers completely put a stop to that, and as a result, Empire is sort of struggling to get their bearings early on. But they're not doing horribly, considering.
No. They still also have the Storm to fall back on later on, though Storm is not winning based on last hit compared to the Puck. But once he hits level 6, which is very close... He can make a lot happen on the map, I think, because even though those supports have been able to get a lot done for Power Rangers, they're still level 3 and level 4, so they're still easy bait. And no Grave for FNG just yet. Now, he's close to level 4, so he will have it shortly. But no Grave is, of course, potential for death for FNG, or for anybody close around him, I guess. As Marana is the one to disconnect. ZXC sitting on 8 last hits for 2, so having a bit of a tough time. 18 for 6 for the Nyx Assassin, who is almost level 6 as well. And once that happens, I mean, again, those supports are quite squishy and quite good food.
Absolutely. Nyx Assassin, that's a big factor to me in this game. Mag is leveling and farming well, and so he'll definitely be able to start hunting the Shadow Demon. If Shadow Demon stops being able to make a big impact on the game, then Power Rangers' whole early game dominance idea is kind of scuppered. And yeah, Marana, ZXC is struggling to get too much farm. He's leveling okay, but... Obviously, he spent a lot of time chasing those kills early, and that was all time he wasn't farming.
Yes.
He walked back after that.
True. And for Power Range, of course, as well. I mean, we just said, like, Nyx Assassin, Storm Spirit, they can make a lot of things happen with their ultis. Scandal needs more than just his ulti. Overall, you kind of want him to have a Blink Dagger as well, and he's pretty far off from that one, so he's not going to be able to make as big of an impact as a Storm and Nyx Assassin can early on in the game. So, positioning and control, so important. Those sentry wards, I mean, right now there's only one up, just to check if there was an observer, if those supports were scouted out, are going to be very important. And I think Well, the goal is here to try and stop Resolution from turning level 6 before, or from killing him before he turns level 6. I'm not sure if they can do that. It's going to be very tricky. But I think maybe
it's interesting.
they have a chance.
So to go back to Cosmetics Corner for just a second,
Yes.
Doom's helmet
I already
and
took
the
it.
weird shape of the hat, it looks kind of like an elephant head, so it has a slarf, is that what it was?
Slurf.
A slurf, yeah. It looks like it has a slurf, yeah?
But then
Coming out of like the top of his head.
Yeah, but it's going upwards.
Yeah, it's like an elephant slurf that's in mid like trumpet, right?
Yes.
Like if you yeah.
It's basically it's Smurf, but then Slurf.
Slurp. okay, I'm done, I promise.
What's it in Russian?
Oh my god, I can't remember. Good question. Why can't I remember?
Thought you were supposed to be Russian.
I am supposed to be Russian, but I'm clearly an embarrassment.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is offhand. God, that's embarrassing.
Well, I would look it up, but then I can't show it to you, so...
That's fine. I'll look it up later. Yeah, I agree with you. The fact is that Storm and Nyx are going to be able to make up for a lot of the early difficulty with finding a lane for people on Empire. And Power Rangers spent so much time rotating and moving around with the Dazzle and Shadow Demon that they don't actually have a level advantage on Rubik and Disruptor. So, yeah, I mean, part of it was the aggressive lane. They haven't spent any time in the jungle, whereas, yes, Power Rangers blocked the camp so Rubik couldn't get 2 free levels, but Vansgar's still been doing a good job of stacking and pulling the easy camp, and then stacking and pulling the top camp into that spot. So he's still leveling well for Rubik. He's still, or fine.
Yeah, I want to actually really quickly touch back on the Slurf part. Apparently the literal translation in English is proboscis.
Yeah, okay. Got it. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a trunk. It can be like on bugs have those too, like just a noodly appendage of any sort.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody has actually, like, if bugs have it. I would just call it like, for example... No, I don't have any examples. If I say slurf, everybody would think it's from an elephant.
Slurp.
It's true. But yeah, we have a pause. Miranda's still disconnected. Hopefully it's going to be fixed soon.
Well, I mean, it's if you mean that it literally is proboscis, like bugs definitely have them. Like when you like they're that big thing that extends out of the face of certain bugs. Like mosquitoes, for instance, have a proboscis with which they, suck your blood, because that's what they do.
Apparently, slurf also gets used, for example, if there is an airplane of which there is a movable covered bridge which passengers enter or leave the plane, that's an airplane slurf.
Skybridge, yeah. Okay,
it also gets used to identify the male organ.
Naturally,
Yeah.
sure. All right.
It's also a whirlpool, like, I don't know.
That's
tornado
sometimes
kind of
true in
thing.
English too. Are you familiar with Missy Elliott at all?
Yeah, the singer.
Yeah.
The rapper?
So in the song "Work It," she says, "If you've got a big," and then an elephant noise plays, and then she says, "Let me search you and find out how hard I gotta work you."
Okay. Well, also the end of the tornado where it touches the ground, or the kind of cylinder thing that you see if you see a tornado. That's also called a slurf.
Okay, wow, that's a really general term. So it's anything that extends out of anything, more or less.
Yes, and the
Good
slurf
stuff.
in the proboscis form is a something that indeed is on the head of different animal species, and
Right.
basically is a term for the extended structure of their heads.
Right, got it. All right. Makes sense. All right. Interesting term.
Yeah.
So it looks like J4 and FNG are probably just going to rotate top again to try to keep pressuring Luna.
Yes.
The lane's been pushed pretty hard, though, so I'm not sure how easy it's going to be, especially if they TP, because Nyx is almost 6. He could just pick up a TP scroll and kill almost instantly one of these 2 supports. And if he lands Impale on 2, maybe even kill both of them.
Does he have a TP scroll? No.
Not right now, but he can walk up and get one.
Yeah, because I'm expecting J4 and FNG to get the Storm, who just cleared the camp. He's not level 6 just yet, but will get level 6 if he is in range of the creeps that are about to fall, the 4 creeps that come in.
Right.
So if this creep wave ends up to be like on the high ground slightly, and Storm walks up, there will be a disruption, and he should die, to be honest. Because he should not be level 6 by that time, because at that point the supports will have taken the aggro off the creeps, or off their own creeps, so that their own creeps will actually not die. Because they cannot afford to have their own creeps dying, because that will turn Storm level 6.
Right. Yeah, they'll have to be very careful about that, because obviously, yes, once he's 6, he can zip out of all manner of unpleasantness.
Oh, he's actually going to continue trying to farm, and that's...
but
yeah, the support's also a move away again.
The block wins again.
The block wins
That was
again.
a very smart block, honestly.
It was
good.
A long duration on that sentry ward as well. It's about to run out, but it's barely getting the 5 second thing. Let's see if J4 and FNG are still going to make something happen. Ooh, they find themselves always want to fly.
Hello.
And in comes the disruption. Positioning is there. And the heals as well. The nuke, is it enough? I think it might be. Kinetic field doesn't matter. There's going to be another kill for FNG. In comes Storm. Now level 6 goes for FNG. In comes the Grave. He just got level 4 off that kill. Got the Grave. Tries to run. Has got another heal in a second, but he will get picked up before he can actually get that one off again. The Scandal not able to do anything. And in comes the Vendetta. Is the Hatred Bug. Looking for J4, who is completely out of mana. There will be Vendetta hit. No, just Impale, and the Storm zip forward. This should be a fairly easy pickup for them indeed. Nicely done.
No.
First rotation of the Bug.
No surprise that they rotated Nyx and Storm there to take the kills.
I like the blue. Yeah, he unlocked the blue of Casper's Bug gear.
Oh, it's if you watch Casper's cast specifically that it unlocks the new styles. Yeah. Interesting. That's a really cool little idea. Alright, well, yeah, I mean, the fact is that Storm and Nyx themselves are such a potent ganking force, especially against these squishy int heroes, that Power Rangers are now not able to make the rotations that they want. Like, that one simply wasn't worth it. They got a Disruptor, but in exchange now, Nyx and Storm are both 7, whereas Puck is barely 6, and Doom, I think, is halfway through 6.
Yeah, and he's getting stalked again. Disruptor as well, Silent are around the corner. There is an Eclipse there as well. FNG is close by, though, so should he need help, it is there. But right now, I mean, the supports of Power Rangers are falling behind real fast. And when that happens, I mean, okay, you know, you can still play your game if you're Power Rangers. But it's so easy for Empire to pick up them as kills. They have such good pickup lineups with the Nyx Assassin, with the Storm. Either one of them will be able to get a kill. Always Wanna Fly is actually going to be able to stop this one from coming. They see the Observer Ward as well with the Sentry drop straight away. So a gank failed, but at least the counter ward is there. As look at that, his Observer barely in range of the Sentry, or not in range.
And they're also constantly dodging the confrontations with this Dazzle and this Shadow Demon. Like Silent once again, when he sees that they're trying to tri-lane against him top, they know they can't win that lane matchup. Still, even with the Shadow Demon and Dazzle under them, it's still a really rough lane. So every time he sees that they've moved somewhere, okay, they're going for resolution now.
Yeah, Silence is there. They should be able to pick him up just fine. Ooh, close to getting away there, but Scandal gets a kill. Very important for him. Finishes up his treads off the back of that kill.
Yeah, very good, because the Storm was running the risk of being like 2 levels ahead of him there, and that stops that. Yeah. But Silent just keeps constantly dodging these ganks and these matchups that disfavor him. So even though he has 2 deaths, he's actually doing okay. He's ahead of Lamarana on levels, and substantially ahead of her on farm.
Yeah, Silent definitely not doing bad. I mean, yeah, he died, but yeah, you're right. And on top of that, as long as he's not getting pressured in terms of like not being able to farm, he is going to be getting his farm, and he will be getting super big, and he will be getting bigger than the Doom and the Marana. Doom, by the way, is really not farming all that hard. I mean, he is highest on last hits. Actually, I take that back, because apparently he's second highest on net worth. To be honest, none of the players in this game are really farming amazingly well.
Well, it's because on one team you have your supports constantly rotating, so they can't guarantee a lane for anybody because they're trying to win every lane in a more subtle way with kills. And on the other team, you just have lanes that just aren't that fantastic straight up. So neither team really has the opportunity to farm especially well. And PR now have to play extremely cagey because of the existence of the Nyx Assassin as well.
Yeah, who by the way picked up an Invis rune.
Yeah, except there's still 30,000 Sentry Wards again for Power Rangers.
Yeah, and Observer did see him pick up the Sentry Ward, or the Invis rune rather. But yeah, look at how scared they are. They're all hiding.
Very scared.
Are they actually gonna smoke nade? No, they're just waiting for someone to show themselves, aka Nyx Assassin to show himself on the lane so that they can move again. But until then, they just cannot move. Marana's waiting for
this is a very
Arrow.
low probability play. Like, They're just wasting time, more or less.
Yeah. There's 4 people sitting mid. Doom is walking back to base. Scandal is farming, that's 1. And at the same time, Luna's getting farm bottom. Storm is actually farming the jungle right now. Their Disruptor is getting experience on the top lane.
Check this out, by the way. This is the lying in wait game. Everybody just lies in wait for everyone else, and nobody ever actually goes to fight.
How lame. Now they smoke up. Thank you. Did they actually see the edge of that smoke with their observer?
No, they didn't. They didn't.
Okay.
They didn't.
So they're gonna go middle.
Oh. The one place where somebody's actually doing something and not just lying in wait.
If they catch a Storm with a disruption, they can get him. But otherwise, the vision is there. He can zip away. Although, if not, yeah. So it's probably the more difficult target to get. I mean, you have to get the disruption perfectly and then the silence perfectly. Otherwise, your target is gone, right?
Yeah, they're gonna just parlay it into an attempt at a push, which, yeah, that's about all that they can hope for, because this was a total waste of almost a full minute for almost all of their heroes, so maybe a tower is about all they can trade.
Would be the first tower to go down. So far, there's not been a single tower death on this game. Poison coming out on Vanscore, he's still level 5, but he'll get away. All from Power Range very composed, because if they would have gone in for that, like they are doing now, then they would have been way far away from OF. And G still gets a Grave off, but can he actually run from this? He has a heal, but it's only a level 1. He will get disrupted for the moment, healed as well. In comes Disruptor with the Kinetic Field and the Static Storm. And Cheshire Cat stuck in, it tries to run from it. It is the supports that drop, well, Nyx Assassin actually as well. 1 for 2 so far, 1 for 3 as Disruptor gets picked up, and Scandal with the Moonlight Shadow helping him out, gets himself out of there. Doom as well, by the way, he was just able to run away, did get the Doom off, but he got a lot of hate and afterwards was able to walk away. They got the Nyx Assassin, which probably is the biggest kill of them all in that one. Was he the target for the Doom? I did not see. It was Puck that got him, the silence probably clipped him as well. What a fight! I was thinking Empire was gonna walk away from that one, with that one rather. Well, both then actually.
Yes, I think Power Rangers played that fight very, very well. They timed their abilities properly, especially the Moonlight Shadow was excellently timed. And they also ensured that they actually brought down the tier 1 during the middle of that fight so that there wouldn't be that additional stealth vision from Empire. So they were able to make their way out. Dazzle survived for an incredibly long time. Very well-timed Shallow Grave. Well-timed defensive disruption after the Shadow Grave. So Dazzle lived for so long that Resolution actually ended up using a lot of his mana just chasing and killing the Dazzle. He runs out of mana, so he runs out of gas, and then Power Rangers basically make their way out of the fight after getting a 3-for-1 trade. Yeah, 3-for-1 plus a tower. That's exactly the fight that I think PR needed, because again, they don't want this game to drag on too long.
True. They use a lot of sentry wards, by the way. This is a game of the sentry wards once again. Nyx Assassin, of course, the target of them. I mean, they win the fight, great, and they still have the Puck on very high gold. He actually has got enough gold for his Blink Dagger right now. There we go. So that's going to be a big impact item. I'm not sure if it's enough yet. They have to keep the pressure on, and especially they have to try and reduce the farming space that Empire has. So take out those tier 1 towers. As Mag is actually on the hunt again. He goes for his Vendetta. Let's see if he can get ZXC here. Vendetta hit. There we go. Impale as well. In comes the Static Storm trying to help him out. But Dazzle already with the Grave. Helping out Marana for the moment. There is still a leap, but he can't get it off anymore. And he will go down. Nyx Assassin with the credit. Now FNG and J4 might be in some trouble. The glimpse back. That's where FNG wanted to go anyway because they turn and burn. Maybe always want to fly. In trouble. Still gets a kinetic field off. Impale still comes out. Up on FNG. But it is the Shadow Demon that kills always want to fly. Mag still gets a Dazzle off the back of that, and J4 looks to get chased down as well because Vanscore came in to save the day, came in to help, came in to turn this trade into a 2 or 3-on-1 rather. Whereas J4, yeah, there we go. Triple kill for Mag. Now that is absolutely deadly for Power Rangers who need to, like we already mentioned, get this game on their turf early in the game.
Yeah, they tried to come in to help defend the Marana, or at least to make a trade, and Empire just, because it was so near their tower, was able to keep streaming people in and defending. So first the Disruptor keeps them committed to the fight, and then Rubik comes in to finally help clean up. So Mag ending now 4-1-2, only about 600 off from the Blink Dagger that he almost certainly will be getting next. And yeah, Power Rangers' momentum essentially stopped there. They're going to try a Moonlight Shadow response to get a favorable trade here and kill off Silent.
There's already a sentry ward down. Bit too far down though. If they get silent, disruption is all that I need. There it is. Soul Catcher hits up as well. Silent runs like the wind, but he still gets slowed, still gets picked off. Nicely done. Leaping forward,
Yeah,
arrow searching for Vanscore, but he's able to dodge it.
Nice dodge.
But it should still turn into a tower. Death.
Yeah, I think it's probably a tier 1 tower for Power Rangers out of this. Nice kill on Silent. I mean, the fact is with Soul Catcher, their burst damage, they can almost instantaneously kill him.
Yeah, they might actually lose, no, they won't lose their tier 1 middle, but it does take quite a beating. Oh, Dream Coil up on 2, Silence up on 2 as well, and the Moonlight Shadow actually coming out from Rubik. They will be able to take the Noah's Water Fly. The Sentry gets put down. Resolution gets himself out of there with a long zip forward, and Vanscore gets himself out as well. I did not see him steal Moonlight Shadow, to be honest.
Vanscore, what a boss. And
What
then,
a
of course,
boss.
after Moonlight Shadow, he also manages to steal the Weave next
Yes.
for some extra armor for his team. So, yeah, he's very great play from him this game.
Indeed. Well, at least they get the
Vanscore's-
Disruptor,
Top
I
tower
guess.
is under
Yeah.
attack.
No, I mean, getting the Disruptor is great. And they defend the tier 1 tower and take a tier 1. It's a good trade for Power Rangers, I'm just saying. They could have lost the Storm, and they didn't.
True. Mag has got his Blink Dagger in one last hit, so we'll make some more plays. He is not yet level 11 though, which is the one thing that I'm waiting for him to get even more aggressive, because right now, if he goes for his Vendetta, he has to be so close to someone already. He can't really necessarily hunt with his Vendetta. He has to already know his target, where he's gonna go. As actually talking about knowing your target, the Invis Rune on Doom is finding Always Wanna Fly, and he knows his target. The Stomp comes out, Starstorm as well. There's really no hope for a Disruptor that gets caught out like that.
No, definitely no hope. I mean, they get a good kill. I'm glad they didn't have to use Doom for it. They just used the War Stomp on
Yeah.
they took from the Centaur Conqueror. And he went Vanguard first, so very scrappy Doom build. Just fight.
Yeah, I guess it fits with their lineup, as we said. I mean, they want to take this game early on. The difficulty comes if they don't get this game early on, which is, to be
Yep.
honest, starting to look like, as Puck still gets a pick up. Seriously, where? Oh,
In
cut
the
out.
he was warding, yeah. The Resolution's gonna take this tier 1 tower,
Is under attack.
which is good. They probably trade Rush for it. So I think it's still Power Rangers, definitely a favorable trade for them.
Yeah, but is it enough? I mean, they're getting good trades, and
That's
they
a good
are
question.
slightly ahead on gold, slightly ahead on experience. Actually, no, they're not ahead in experience because they're doing everything as a team. Unless they maybe can get the Nyx Assassin, but he's sitting in his Vendetta.
It's not gonna be easy. Oh, nice arrow.
Yeah, very nice arrow, I agree.
Let's just get a gem for this Nyx.
Yeah, I think they
Wait,
see
how
him.
do they know?
Because
How the hell do they know? Oh,
He-
because of the tier 2 tower vision?
tier 3 tower vision, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I thought he threaded the needle there, but no, he didn't. You're right.
Nope.
What a stack! I mean, this is going to be a pretty big. They missed that. Well, actually, it wasn't stacking it there, but Luna's going to be able to mop that up for a lot of gold soon. Silent. I think he's done with his Helm of the Dawn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kirby's
he
flying
is.
in with it.
Now it's BKB time.
Yeah, we'll see how. Like, when he has that BKB, I think that we are gonna see Power Rangers being a bit more team fighty at that point, rather than Genki, which they are right now with
Sure.
the Nyx and the Storm. As Nyx is almost level 11, Storm on the other side almost finished with his Orchid.
Yeah, that's going to be huge against Puck. I mean, if he gets that off before Puck can silence him, it's lights out almost. But
Yeah.
Scandal's had a great game. 5-0-1 on this Puck. He has Blink Dagger plus 1600. He can honestly make his own BKB if he wants to. Look, he can start it.
You think he should?
Against Orchid? Yeah, kinda.
Oh, Smoke
Maybe.
gets ticked
It's
off.
worth
Central Ward
considering.
gets placed straight away. Central Ward and Observer. It is
can go
Vanscore that is the
Yules.
one that ticks off the Smoke, though. Vanscore also the one to be getting dropped right here as the target. They're not done just yet. They find themselves Silent, who took an arrow and took a Starstorm and goes
Nice.
down. Very good gank from Power Rangers.
Yes.
Can they take a tower off the back of this, or do they have to go top to defend their own tier 2?
I think they'd rather take the tier 2 than defend that. I mean, that's a great. It's like a Rubik kill is well and good, but it's really the Luna kill that
Yeah.
matters.
She did just
And the
spend her
fact
gold
that
by the
they-
looks of it.
Yeah, probably to start.
No.
He bought a wand or something.
Radiant structures.
Looks like Scandal was looking to make a play here. 3 versus 1 in the top lane. I'm not quite sure if that's the right play. Oh, and he is going to be the
Especially
target right
since-
there. Scary.
Wow!
Galim's back outside of the Static Storm though. Moonlight Channel coming in, might be helping up, and the Central Ward is already down. In comes Miranda trying to help Scandal out. Scandal will still drop, but at least It is not in vain. They get themselves a disruptor. Of course, not really a favorable trait. However, they keep their own tier 3 tower. Can they catch a dude?
He got blink, he got blink, he got blink. He's gonna kill Resolution, no question.
It should be. Oh, the stomp misses though. But the level death is still there. An arrow hits upon a creep as well, but he still gets the kill. And Nick's assassin makes it out of there alive, barely, but he does. Makes it out of there alive.
Hell yeah, Blink Doom. Hell yeah.
Blink Doom, I like it.
What a build. That's a great build. Blink is so stupid now. Like, no mana cost is so insane.
It's not over yet? Look at that! Spike Carapace coming out. Dazzle does not want to chase that, but if he had a blink of his own, you know, that would have been very scary.
Yes, let's get Dazzle Blink. By the way, check this out.
23
Check out how low it brought
Yes.
Just because of Weave. Like, every tick of the poison, which is all physical damage, is doing more and more damage as it goes because the Weave is ticking your armor down.
If he got one right click off in that time as well, it would have got a kill.
Yeah, but Spike Carapace would have stunned him so long.
True.
But still, Power Ranger is playing well, I think.
Yeah.
Crisp ganks, not like we saw in the Rock's game too.
No, and they need to. We went over that. They kind of like, this is the way they need to play. For Empire, it's the cause of like trying to delay the game as long as possible, right? Get Luna.
Yeah, for a while anyway.
Yeah,
not
for
like forever,
now. I
but...
mean, that's not going to be the entire game. I hope not. They will want to fight at some point as well. For example, they might want to try and have a go at the next Roshan, which is not there yet, but it is one of those things that you would want to fight for, with or without BKB.
Your country and your Roshan, the things that you want to fight for.
For love and glory of the beast.
So yeah, I mean, I think Power Rangers...
Honor and glory. It's honor and glory.
Honor. Yes.
There we go. Sorry.
Not love. Who fights for love? Jesus.
Well,
and the fact is,
you just said
having pretty good game.
Probably the reason why most people fight for love of Jesus. Booyah.
Wow, that's really poetic, Shiver. So Resolution sieging this 2-2 is gonna get doomed again.
Yep. And this time the stomp does hit, and this time there's no way. There's no way. There was no way the previous time either, but this was...
Yo, Power Rangers really likes hanging out in this area and blinking out.
Hey, previous game as well, they had the Crystal Maiden that was there all the time.
That's what I was... And the Shadow Demon.
Yeah.
And the... Yeah, oh, they miss...
Kinetic
nice
field.
disruptor play.
Yeah, maybe they're still gonna get silent though, but he turns on his Eclipse, will still get picked off because Puck came in and Dream Coil up on Always Wanna Fly. The Sentry gets placed because they tried to chase down the Nyx. Nyx will be able to get ZXC, but the Grave is there helping him out. Impale still comes and ZXC should still get picked up because that'll... Oh, the heal! It is in time and they get him! ZXC still dies, but he gets killed by a neutral fan score. Team wipe! Oh my god, the place! It is quite good for Power Rangers. Very good for Power Rangers.
So this is why Dazzle's good, right? Like, the thing about Dazzle, and why it was always weird that nobody picked him, is, yeah, there are all these downsides, but the hero brings something... Oh, man.
Why? He gets a Shadow Demon, but if he dies for that, that would be so not worth it. He's still gonna get stunned. No, he's fine.
He'll live. Nice mop-up kill, at least on the Shadow Demon, but... like, Dazzle offers something that so few heroes can say that they give you, which is the ability to, no matter how badly somebody is getting hit, well, unless there's Axe, obviously, but still, to keep them alive for a very long time. 5 seconds the Shallow Grave prevents you from dying. And then after that, he landed the heal, Marana lived for it, and it just was able to use every single one of her spells one more time.
Yeah.
And they end up trading 5 for, like, 2?
It's... And on top of that, Marana actually did not die to Empire. Neutral kill.
Wait, really?
Neutral kill.
Oh my goodness, that's even better. Basically 5 for 1. Wow, just excellent play from Power Rangers there. Again, your persistent question is it enough? And I still can't really answer that because yeah, I mean Luna's 0-5. That's obviously not a good record. It might even be called a bad record, but he can still make this BKB and it'll still be very dangerous.
Yeah. I have to say, I mean, with that fight, I'd say it almost is enough. But, I mean, in one of these games, you never know for sure until the throne actually falls. As we are going to have a bit of a pincer movement. Doom coming in from the side, blinks in, gets lifted straight away, but Moonlight Shadow and BKB on, looking for a target. Mag is the one that gets doomed out this time. He's going to try to run for it. Luna, already dead.
Just got insta-killed.
Yep, Mag is also gonna go down here to Cheshire Cat, who blinks forward or blinks backward. Where did he blink? To the side, to Vanscore. 3 dead once again. As resolution is okay. Disruptor is farming top, no problem. Always on a fly, you know, pushing the wave out, doing his things, fine. He's very poor, by the way. But this is high ground for Power Rangers. I mean, they're gonna be able to do some damage to the tier 3, perhaps not take it down completely, as they might not have the pushing potential for it. But
no buyback on Nyx. So yeah, who the hell's gonna stop them? This
exactly.
is at least the tower.
I mean, if Storm comes in, that's basically suicide, right? Oh, that could stop them actually. Almost want to fly. Good combination. Nice. Everybody's able to walk out of that apart from FNG though, and actually blink forward. Always want to fly. You're so dead. Wicked sick for Shy Cat.
How did they manage to draft a Centaur Warrunner as a 6th hero and have him occupy the same slot as the Doom?
Yes, exactly. It's insane. And he's gonna regen. He's gonna teleport out actually. As in comes the Blink Mag. Gets a double impale. Eclipse comes out as well. They get FNG. They get the Shadow Demon. And they should be able to get Scandal as well. He's gonna try to get himself out. The Dream Coil is not enough, however. Ooh, Resolution with the longest zip of his life. I'm not sure where he was trying to go, but he's not going to find his target. They do lose their tier 3 tower, but they get 3 heroes. But most importantly, I think they get the gem.
Yeah, they stayed a little too long.
Yes.
They, after the Disruptor managed to put down the kinetic field, it's not even that it hit 5 people, it only hit 1. But it denied so much space that it prevented like 6 seconds of them actually fighting the tower.
Yeah.
And it cost them so much time that they end up losing 3 heroes and, as you mentioned, the gem. That's a huge deal.
Yeah, tier 1 tower and tier 2 perhaps as well, off the back of it.
Yeah. Puck can buy back if they really need to. He wants to make his scythe though. He doesn't want to be held off it very long. Well, Resolution I'm pretty sure is going to go straight for Lincoln's.
Yeah, actually, if this tower goes the way of the Luna, then that is a BKB as well.
I doubt it though.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, he got so much gold when he came back from participating in all of those kills.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's starting to be pretty risky undertaking for Power Rangers anymore. I mean, it's gonna be back and forth, I think, for a while longer until someone really gets the upper hand. But
well, they should establish Vision and take Roshan. I think it's very, very obvious what Power Rangers.
Vision established hereby, and Roshan attempted.
Yay! Well, there you go.
There you go.
I mean, I'm not pretending to be all that great of an analyst. Like, it's so obvious that that's exactly what they need to be doing.
No,
Luna's BKB is done,
you're
but
a
Marana's
great
will be
analyst.
done too.
There you go.
Okay, thank you. Marana's BKB is done too, so it's solid.
I like that it's only 2 or 3 in the pool, in the pit. Actually, they come in because this is risky. If they get caught out by Disruptor, then they are gonna be done for. It looks like they are okay with knowing that Empire is actually not gonna try and fight them for it. Marana takes the Aegis. I mean, the tower went down top, but that's fine.
Doom is very low on HP though, so it might not be the easiest thing for them to engage when this Doom is so low.
He's teleporting out home.
Yeah, no surprise honestly.
Next fight,
Except
Marana
now,
will have a BKB.
Now they can start a fight.
Yep. Zip in. Scandal already disrupted though, silenced or not. Kinetic field coming out. Scandal will still get picked up in that static field. As FNG, invisible, getting dusted up, going for Mag. Mag actually trying to teleport out. Oh, no sir, no can't do, always want to fly. Getting killed off as well. ZXC still glimpsed back, but it's okay. He's gonna be okay. It's 3 for 1 so far. 2 for 1. It's moving 3 for 1, however, because there's a blinking Doom on the team. And Vanscore is not gonna be able to live through that one. Double kill for J4. 3 for 1.
Buybacks.
And, I mean, Storm is still there.
They have Disruptor. The only Disruptor can buy back. I don't know. I think Storm Luna will not be able to defend this. It depends on how long it takes Power Rangers
there
to
with the
push.
silence. Like, Storm can do whatever he wants to. Unless he gets
I don't
disrupted.
know. Against 2 BKBs?
True. No, they're not going to try though.
No, they're not going to go for it.
I mean, this army of static charges, static remnants is, you know, pretty scary.
It's also like, yeah, this just happened. Like, they had like 20 seconds of despawn and they tried to take stuff and it caused them to lose a fight, so they want to play a little more patiently the next time.
Yeah, exactly.
They have 5 more minutes on the Aegis. It's not like they're in that much of a hurry. But Luna, I mean, look at how little Power Rangers have been last hitting.
Okay, for how long have there
minute.
been goldfish in the river? Seriously, I see all of a sudden zillions of goldfish.
You said that so, like, I don't know, intensely that I was like, oh man, what happened? And then you're like,
No, but
goldfish.
seriously. They're here. And there's big ones and little ones. And there's like... I never noticed them
I'm pretty sure
before.
that's just an aspect of the Lunar Festival map that they kept for this revision of the post-Lunar Festival map. Stop everything. We need to talk about goldfish.
But they were everywhere at that point, because it's now less, but they were like all of a sudden my whole screen was turning orange. It's like, what's wrong?
Right.
Right. Oh, Scandal. Mag gets the haste. Vendettas gets out. He is still, by the way, not level 16. And I mean, he's far from it as well. He's level 13. Which at 28 minutes into the game, normally, you know, it's not that big of a deal. But he is one of those heroes that kind of wants to be able to have that perma-invis going for him. Especially now that they've taken the gem off Power Rangers. However, they were able to take it back. I think.
Yes.
That's still the same one. Yeah.
So Resolutions Lincoln's is done, and hopefully Power Rangers will be able to see that. So that when they spot, okay, yeah, they just pinged him, so they've seen the Lincolns, so now they know that they can't just blink Doom the Storm. They would have to blink Level Death Doom.
Yes. And I mean, there's some 4-staffs up on them as well, right? It's easy. Yeah, or at least Shadow Demon has one. Is there only one 4-staff actually? Surprisingly so. But 4-staffs overall, of course, also great tools to just take that Lincoln's off with without having to sacrifice any damage for it. But they group up as 5, going top. Interesting choice, considering they've already taken down the tier 3 middle, but I think they just want to take the tower and back off afterwards. Tier 2 tower is what they want. I mean, they have the ages. They could try to go for more, but I guess that last fight for them kind of made them a bit more careful when they overstayed their welcome a bit there.
Yes.
See them try.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is they do have this one up. They want to use it. They want to make something happen. And, I mean, we'll have to see. I think it could easily go either way, because Luna's pretty big now.
Arrow will not hit. Resolution, just trying to pull the creep wave back. Gets the range creeps at least. That's a Lincoln's already popped, indeed. It was level death. Oh, Morana. Gets arrowed. Whoo, dodges it. Close. Oh, X forward. That's Resolution. One big piglet and doomed up piglet as well. He tries to make his way back to base. But he gets stomped, of course, by Cheshire Cat and his BKB. Might make it back to base anyway, though, and Cheshire Cat is in way too far. Gets impaled, his BKB off. In comes the Eclipse. The Grave is already on Cheshire Cat, but it's not going to be enough to keep him up. Or is it? Or is it Moonlight Shadow? No, Cheshire Cat dead. That's a third one of his team to die. As we already had the 2 supports dying. Resolution jumping forward, almost catching Scandal there on his last 50 health. But Scandal looks to be able to make it out alive. ZXC might not be so lucky as Resolution sees him. The Orchid is up as well. And then Impale coming out. 4 dead. And the only one lives is a 50 health Puck, who gets away invisible. And this time they don't even get the tier 3 tower off the back of it.
Oh man, what a mismanaged fight for Power Rangers. They dove so far. They were taking a lot of that fight. Most of their team was taking tier 4 tower damage. Like,
yeah.
And let's note, like, that can hurt. Like when you're taking tier 3s for half of your team and tier 4s for half of your team. Just not keeping their eye on the prize really. And they use the Aegis, they use the BKBs, they use a Doom.
All
and they
on
get
the Resolution.
Nothing. Yeah, and nothing was gotten from that. Just a really big overextension to try to make sure they killed the Storm, and they end up getting heavily punished for it by Empire, who now, I don't even know if we can say they're that behind now that they took that fight as convincingly as they did.
Look what it does to the gold graph as well. I mean, it's going back towards the 0 line again, and even though the gold doesn't really make that big of a difference in this stage of the game, and regardless, the difference that it wasn't really that big overall, it still shows us how this game is going, and the experience graph even more so, as it now is back to that drop 0. Resolution, did he just buy something? Or is he just very poor? Oh no, that is his ultimate orb in the courier, going for a side
it's the scythe. Smart. I mean, the expected item loadout for a Storm Spirit here, nothing too surprising.
The next assassin, maybe a scythe device for him as well? I wouldn't be too surprised. Ooh, Power Rangers back inside the enemy jungle. Has to be careful here, to be honest. There's only so many fights more that they can lose. His FNG is already going to get picked up before the fight even starts. The Dream Coil and Silence still up on 2. An arrow flies in from Rubik, that is. Hits on J4. Who gets Silence? Who gets Vortex? Gets picked up as well. Still, at least they get Mag out of that one. But they still overall lose the fight. Oh, the arrow! Oh, up a Resolution. Long range arrow, but they cannot really go in for that, can they? Or can they? Ooh, close. Kinetic Field. Locks in Scandal. Doom jumps forward, turns on his BKB, goes for Vanscore, gets Vanscore as well as the Eclipse comes out, because Silence is here, has still got his BKB, wants to go for that Puck, who dodges most of the duration, the entire duration actually, of the Eclipse. And the smoke up for Resolution and always want to fly. They still want to try to catch some people. I mean, it's 2 for 2 overall right now. And this smoke is making them, making them be able to glimpse the Doom back. He does not have his BKB, gets orchided up. In comes the kinetic field as well. And he will get picked off. Very nice kill for them indeed. Resolution with the killing blow. Arrow is not long enough range to clip on, always on a fly, but I don't think they would have gone in for it anyway. But good kill. And it brings them one step closer to the South of Ice for Resolution.
You can see that now Power Rangers' attempts at sort of ganking and dominating the map are going much less smoothly than they were earlier in the game. Their vision has gotten much worse. They're constantly getting dewarded. And, I mean, they lose that fight. There's really no other way to put it. At least they didn't lose Scandal. But you're seeing Puck have a little bit less of an impact, even though like they've done very, very well for themselves. But we're reaching into that time when the team with the Luna is going to have a very pretty commanding status in fights.
Yeah, Luna's going to get bigger and bigger. 4,400 gold as she takes down another ancient stack. Or not ancient stack, just ancient group, I guess. So she'll have her Satanic very soon. If she wants to go for that, that is. Rather, maybe Lincoln's? It is Lincoln's. She's gonna go for Lincoln's first? Am I missing some awesome item that she could make with it? No, she is actually gonna go for a Lincoln's first.
Yeah, I mean...
I was not expecting that.
Of course you're missing an awesome item, Shiver. You're missing the Refresher Eclipse.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I have to say, I'm not sure if I fully agree with it. Because...
Refresher.
No, just no.
Alright, no, it probably is Lincoln's.
I mean, the Doom has been going off on Resolution, even while he has the Lincoln's 24/7 now.
Well, you can...
He could, of course, yeah, he can put a charge up on the Storm himself, but then still, it is not an item that you would want to have in an inventory of a Luna, who you want to be able to outfarm Mirana and Doom, right?
Sure.
In terms of right-click damage.
You've convinced me, Shiver. It should be a Refresher, but unfortunately, it's a Lincoln's.
Lincoln's is done. Doesn't even have buyback gold anymore afterwards. We'll see how it pans out. I mean, obviously, it's a fair enough reason for it, and he does indeed put the charge up on someone else, so he did use the charge. Oh, he puts it on himself.
Yes.
Strong. But I feel like it's a slot that he can't use for damage item rather than him being able to be protected from the Doom. Zip in, ZXC, picked off. Nicely done. In still comes the Puck with the silence and Dream Coil up in 2. Not sure if it's going to be able to help out though, because Scandal taking a lot of damage. He is getting to the grave. And Shy Cat is already in there looking for Mag. The Doom is on him. Looks like Mag is going to fall from that one. A Shadow Demon always want to fly. Supports go down left and right. ZXC, BKB is on Moonlight Shadow. Invisible for the moment. He runs. He popped back and dies for the second time in a row. Almost. Still though.
He didn't die.
He did die. He popped back after dying.
No, I mean the post buyback he did.
Oh yeah, post buyback he lived.
A total disaster.
Yes, that would have been. They do get the Storm though, which is probably the most important target there.
Yeah.
And without the target,
overall.
without the buyback, they couldn't have gotten that Storm.
No. I don't know what they do now though. Can they take Roshan? It seems pretty iffy. They can just farm, but Mirana is locked out of farming for a while. I mean, Mirana's really striking out. Like, ZXC has not had strong games in this one role, and I mean, he's really a two-role player these days, so it makes sense, but you can just see the stand-in really costing them. It's not that Scandal isn't playing well. He's 8-3 and 11 with Yule's, Scythe of Vice, Blink Dagger. I mentioned Yule's earlier, by the way. This is going to be his response to Orchid, just immediately Yule's himself.
Yeah.
Except the problem is that Storm's going to hit Scythe soon, but not quite yet. So, it's not that Scandal's doing badly, it's that ZXC is just not 100% adapting, and you can just see the net worth difference between the Mirana and the Luna is tremendous.
Yeah. I mean, she has
Like
she has the item that you would
40%.
expect from an offlane Mirana at 37 minutes into the game. Maybe a bit more than that, but it's lacking, and he is the one that should be considered to be the counter to the Luna, like the one that's supposed to be keeping up. Shy Cat, of course, as well. On his Doom, and he definitely is having a big impact this game. So I'm happy they actually selected the Doom as their last hero. But can they actually outcarry the Luna is the question. And in terms of farm, no. But maybe with the Lincolns, you know. Let's see where this smoke is gonna head towards though.
I mean, they gotta make something happen because they want to secure the Roshan for themselves. Empire don't know where they are, so.
No.
They will not have seen them yet.
Well, they have seen them. I mean, they're gonna see them more.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Now they see them.
Now they see them for sure. And both of the teams do not want to go in when they know that the other team knows where they are, I guess. Unless there's going to be the most brilliant initiation ever. I don't think Power Rangers actually
now
saw
Power
that
Rangers
Empire
are in
was
bad
there.
position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're also
It's
grouped
not
up
an
as
easy
well.
position for PR now. They're gonna just try to sneak it, maybe? Whoa, this is bold. This is bold, guys.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're doing the thing. This is so bad sometimes when you have half your team here and half your team here, because neither can bridge the gap without getting picked up by the Storm and Nyx, so that... I don't know. It's so scary right now for Power Rangers.
Luckily, there was no
If they want
observer
us to trade
anymore.
this series, here's initiation.
Cheshire Cat is able to turn on his BKB, gets the Doom up on Mag, as we have got the Storm zipping into the back of the fight, realizes he had to go out. Still, they're coming back. Static Storm is still gonna be there though, in the kinetic field as well. The BKB runs out for Cheshire Cat, he gets a grave for the moment. He will be
Scandal.
gone soon though. Scandal dies as well, Doom dies as well. Can they take down more? Yes they can. J4 is dead, FNG teleports himself out, and Marana is farming neutrals, and that will be Roshan for Empire, and perhaps even more. I mean, that fight was... Well, was just...
That fight was how every fight from now on is gonna go.
Well,
Like,
that's
Power Rangers no longer
you
have a
know,
way to win fights.
Mr. Pessimist for Power
like-
Rangers.
I love Power Rangers, dude, but like they built in such a way that they were focused on winning that early mid game period, which is the correct way. But now Doom was a Vanguard. Like, what is the Vanguard doing at 40 minutes against Luna?
I find that they just need to have the initiation that they want, because right now, of course, Empire was totally ready to fight,
Yes.
and they kind of need to be able to catch Empire out of position and then pick them up one by one, and then you know, go
Yeah,
in.
but
Maybe the time
there's
for that
nothing
is over.
stopping. Yeah, like there's no reason why Empire can't just 5-man from now on though. Like, which makes it pretty difficult to pick them off. I don't know. It's gonna be really hard.
Throws might happen.
Throws can always happen. We've seen Empire throw.
I
some
mean,
pretty
look at
crazy
this.
games.
Almost on a fly. He's dead. You
He's
know,
dead.
it can happen.
Yeah.
Depends
Well,
where
okay. It's 0.05 of a throw.
Well, it can happen.
Still say they're about 1.5 throws ahead. And that
If
was
they get the
0.05.
element of surprise on their side, if they get
Yes.
the vision on their side, if they know
Sure.
where Empire is and Empire doesn't know where they are, then definitely, I think they can definitely do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a big if. I mean, in a way, you could even
problem
say
is-
that it's Empire's game to lose.
The problem is Cheshire Cat is making the right decision of dooming the Nyx assassin because it's guaranteed that he won't get Lincoln's off. And the Nyx can just multi-ravage them to death in every fight. But you're still using Doom, even if it's the correct decision, on a 9.2 net worth character. Like, you're not using it to nullify the Storm or
Yeah.
the Luna.
Oh, this is gonna be bad soon. Zero Air Solution already jumps in, already orchids up ZXC. Gets himself a grave from Dazzle, but I'm not sure if it's gonna be enough. Matt getting hexed up still. ZXC picked up indeed. In comes Silent now. Has got a BKB still up if he wants to, but gets doomed up before he can get it off. Still has, of course, that right click damage. The Cheshire Cat, all he can do is try to run. Scandal getting picked up there as well. Double kill for Resolution. Goes for triple kill. FNG dead as well. Double kills for Resolution and for Mag as they share the kills, and Doom is the only one that walks away alive, and that's GG. That's it.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Power Rangers, fortunately for Power Rangers fans, but the people that bet, the majority of the people that bet, were right. 2-0 for Empire in this 2-game series for the joinDota
Yeah.
League. I have to say, kind of anticlimactic ending though. I mean,
Yeah, but they had no way. They had no real way of winning. Like there was no way that they actually start winning fights after losing every one more than the previous one.
I
They really did make Empire sweat though. Like, no question about it. That high ground push, it was really just always one of Fly's good kinetic field positioning that his good static storm and kinetic field positioning that delayed those critical 10 seconds for Power Rangers to not be able to just get out of the fight with no deaths. If they do take the tier 3 tower and don't lose anybody, then Empire doesn't gain that much momentum, and maybe you see Power Rangers still being able to squeeze it out, but instead Empire was able to slowly reverse those tides, and at the end of the day, Resolution Storm Spirit is just insane. 13, 4, and 6.
true. If they weren't with their, if they were with a full lineup, we would have probably seen a different later game. Here, it's a shame that ZXC suffered a bit from that.
Yeah,
Nonetheless,
definitely. But
though-
Scandal did a good job this game.
Yeah, and nonetheless, they had a good chance at some point. They had good control, but when they were in top lane and when they dove too far rather than going for the racks or back off, same thing goes for mid, by the way. They twice were in the base of Empire, not backing out or not backing out fast enough, or just diving too far. So perhaps It would have gone otherwise if they, or different if they had a different play then, but no, they lose 2-0. Get no points for today. Of course, thank you for watching. This was the joinDota League as well as the Artbyte Festival before that. VODs will be up on my YouTube at youtube.com/ShiverGaming. Go subscribe if you want to check those out. But of course, also follow us on Twitter. For my co-caster, Vickermont, it's at Vickermont on Twitter, at ShiverGaming for myself. Any other plugins or shoutouts that you have?
Yeah, sure. So a week from today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, myself and the American caster Helium are going to be doing a LAN in Montreal. So the LAN ETS. If you are in Montreal, you should come hang out with us.
You've pronounced that so watch... French. Montreal. Sorry.
Well, if you are in the area, we'd love to see you and hang out. And if you're not, you should watch the stream. I don't know what channel it'll be on, but it'll be on Twitch.
Sounds good. Is it going to be games the entire weekend?
Yeah. So some on Friday, but I don't think that many, but mostly Saturday and Sunday.
Cool. So make sure you check that out. Next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but mostly Saturday, Sunday. And yeah, you can stick around for watching commercials if you want to support us that way. And otherwise, have a great evening. Go do some other fun stuff. Or play some Dota. Watch
Thanks,
some Dota. Yeah. I'm probably going to play some Dota. Yeah, later.
Nice.